President Trump, okay? Let's go through today.
Yeah.
The Epstein
Right.
fumble, that just the biggest fumble of the administration so far. He's being interviewed by Rachel Campos Duffy. She asks in the interview, are you going to release the John F. Kennedy files? Yes. Are you going to release the 9/11 files? Yes. Are you going to release the, this isn't it, because somebody was sitting to her right. I don't think that's the one. It's a different interview. Are you going to release the Epstein files? And then she said, that's the one. Let me see if that's the one, Rob. No, that's not the one. Are you going to release this? Are you going to release that? And then that's it right there. So if you can play this, I don't know if you've seen this or not.
Yes.
Okay. So if you've seen this, you know which one it is once we get the video to work. And then he finally, when they ask him about Epstein, he hesitates. Okay? And he doesn't want to release it for whatever reason. Now, we don't know what the reasoning may be. He says, well, sometimes, stories like that get other people involved, and we don't want to do that. Great. Then now, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, all of these guys who have talked about Epstein. There's a video of Dan Bongino, who is on Tim Pool podcast, and he's being asked about, and you've been on Tim Pool before, and he's on the Tim Pool you have been on there, right?
Yeah.
I think you have been, yeah. And he's being asked about, well, I'm in the waiting room of Fox News, and this guy's telling me that, Epstein was Mossad, and and that's exactly what happened. Okay. And then now all of a sudden we get the report 3 days ago. No client list, no this, no that. And yesterday, when they're being asked about it, Pam Bondi says they found child porn. That's what they found, and that's what they don't want to release. Is that the video, Rob, the one that President Trump there is asked about Epstein? I think you just had the video. How long is that video, by the way?
This one is the shorter version.
No, you need the other one to find the Bondi one. But,
I have the entire one right here. This
okay,
is,
play that one. Play that one because I want her answer to also be in it. And I got so many questions with this on the CIA side. But go ahead and play this clip here. Go for it.
Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for an American or foreign intelligence agency. The former labor secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively.
That's a fumble.
The video was not conclusive, but
why would you release that video?
Evidence prior to it was showing he committed.
You've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Body language, your job is body language. You have to, as a sociopathic tendency, you have to be able to size up the other person's body language.
Absolutely.
When you see this here, you see the president, you see Bondi, you see the way they're handling this topic.
Yeah.
In your mind, what are you speculating?
That they're deflecting.
Why?
I think that this is one of those things where they just don't want people to go deeper. And
Why?
I don't think it has to do with, like, I don't think people are going to be implicated if the people in the White House are going to be implicated in anything. I think it's more about protecting the Israelis, actually.
Why?
Jeffrey Epstein, in my view, is a textbook case of an access agent. I've said this before, but I think it's important and it bears repeating. If you are a foreign intelligence service and you want information from Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Alan Dershowitz or important people, you want the secret information from them. You're not going to recruit them. They don't need anything from you. They don't have any financial vulnerabilities. So you do the next best thing and you recruit somebody who has access to them. And you finance this person. He has a private island. He's got a private jet. He flies these people down. All the bedrooms and bathrooms, we learned this week, were wired for video and for sound. And then you can get them, you can catch them in these compromising positions just in case you need to squeeze them a little bit. There's no evidence that any of them were squeezed, but just in case. And then you pass it back to your handlers. I had a trainer, one of my operational trainers, who told us when we were going through the process that the best recruitment he ever made was a copy machine repairman. And I laughed when he said it. And he said, no, I'm serious. Hear me out. He said, all of us want to recruit the prime minister. We're not going to recruit the prime minister. We're not even going to have access to the prime minister. But the prime minister's got a copy machine in his office. And every once in a while, that machine is going to need to be cleaned and serviced. So you recruit the copy machine repairman. And when he goes in there to make his repair or to clean the drums or whatever, he installs a little device that we give him so that every time somebody makes a copy, it transmits a copy back to the CIA. He said, I got a promotion, I got a medal, I got a photo op with the director. It made my career because every sheet of paper that went through that prime minister's office went straight to the CIA.
One little chip was doing that.
That's it.
So now, how do you use? So what do you do with those assets now you're getting? You know what the communication is. You know what they're thinking about. You know what their next move is. You know who their enemy is. You know who their ally is.
Exactly. Maybe it's what their position's going to be on trade negotiations. Maybe it's, the prime minister's got some kind of health problem that you need to know about for planning purposes. You never know. You never know what's going to pop. Maybe it's just, spam, or it's a rent-a-car application or stupid stuff you just throw it in the shredder or in the burn bag. But, that one nugget might come through. And I think that that's what Jeffrey Epstein was. Now, we know all about Ghislaine Maxwell's father, having had this long relationship with Mossad. I believe that he was a Mossad access agent. It makes perfect sense to me. Hi, everybody. I'm John Kiriakou, former CIA officer. Please find me on Minect. We have a lot to talk about. CIA, FBI, DOD, torture, secret prisons, international renditions. Maybe you or your child want to apply for a job at the CIA and are looking for some tips. Let me know. There's a lot we can talk about. You pick the subject, we'll make it happen. Again, it's on Minect. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.